What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sportacular here with a new video. And hang on a second, let me fix this light real quick. I think that's better. Let's see. No, it's definitely this light. Hang on. There. Now I don't have a light shining right in my face, but I finally got the laptop. I know the camera is not the best quality. I am doing my research on some webcams, and I'm planning on getting a microphone as well because I do plan on starting a podcast on Spotify very soon. I haven't came up with a name yet, but I am still working on that, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for this channel. So make sure you subscribe so we can make that happen. Because I really do want to keep doing these YouTube shits, but I need support here. I need y'all to subscribe. I'm an up and coming young man in this world. I need y'all to help me out. But anyways, as you can see from the image right there, who is that? Our franchise quarterback, right? As of right now, he's our franchise quarterback. But more importantly, why am I showing this image? Maybe because this is what we have gotten all year from the Tennessee Titans. Look at Andre Dillard right there. Now look. I'm sure Andre Dillard, we're doing this. I'm sure Andre Dillard is a nice guy. I'm sure he's a guy you'd like to have a drink with. I'm sure he's a guy that you could if you ever needed help with anything or anything like that, he'll help you out. Or if you wanted to be the best man at your wedding, I'm sure he'd be that guy. But this guy cannot play left tackle in the NFL. And I know he went into concussion protocols, but this guy cannot play left tackle in the NFL. He can't do it. Now Dylan Radins came in, and now we're starting to see why he can't play left tackle. So now we've got a left tackle problem on the Tennessee Titans, and I'm going to go ahead and dive right into it. So I've been thinking about it, and honestly, the Tennessee Titans, the way they're looking right now, 3-6, I'd keep the tanks rolling. I am not a fan of watching my team lose. I hate when we lose. But at this point, it's like, dude, where are we going? What are we doing? If you have an opportunity to be in the top 5 in the draft, good luck trading up this year in the top 5. I don't know if that's going to happen because I'm about to get into that. But you look at where the Titans are now, the Titans aren't beating Jacksonville. I know they got their asses kicked against San Francisco. Well, they're kicking our ass in Jacksonville. So, yeah, we're not beating them. And I think we have the Panthers up next after that. Hang on, I'm gonna look real quick and I will tell you guys. And this is why I'm so glad I've got the computer now, because I don't have to use this to record videos. I know you guys can't really see it, but I'll have to use this to record videos. It was frustrating recording with this thing because it would always say I'm out of storage space. I got so sick and tired, and I was deleting old videos on it, but it was still saying, "Hey, you don't have the storage space." So I was like, okay. So I ended up getting this one. I know it's not the best quality. Like I said, I am working on that, but I am starting to transition over to the computer, which is great. I'd much rather do this than use the phone. But I'm going to look at the Titans' remaining schedule here. So, yeah, we have the Jaguars. We have the Panthers at home. We have the Colts at home. We have the Dolphins in Miami. Then we have the Texans. Oh, God. And we have the Seahawks at home. I'm going to that game, unfortunately. Well, I mean, it's my Christmas present, my early Christmas present from my mom. So, I mean, sure. Uh, Thank you for that. But damn, I wish I could go to a game that's better. The Texans in Houston, no, and then the Jaguars again at home. So, if you want my take on how I think the rest of the schedule is going to go, the Jaguars is a big fat L. Let's start there. We're not beating the Jags at Jacksonville. No, I know they just got their ass kicked, but don't you think they'd be a little motivated to come out that game and whoop our ass? It's a division game. Yeah, you can forget that. You can forget that. I honestly, I don't even think that game exists. It's so bad. The Panthers, we should win that game. We should. But if you lose to Carolina, don't even just don't show up, because then after that you've got the Colts at home, which I don't even care at that point. I don't even care. I don't even care right now, to be honest with you. But I'm here, so are the other YouTubers that are doing Titans content. I'm sure they don't care either. But you know what? We got to make content. So um, Miami, no, no, you're not beating Miami. Not in Miami. No, 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 no. And it's on a Monday night. I mean, that gives us an extra day, but Tyreek Hill's going to go for 150. Jalen Waddle, if you got Tyreek and Jalen on your fantasy, I would totally take them that game. You need to take them. Our secondary is going to get cooked really bad that game. I do not trust Christian Fulton on Tyreek Hill. No. Dude couldn't even keep up with Mike Evans. I don't trust him. Although, was he guarding Mike Evans? I think he was. I want to say he was. I thought McCreary was on him a lot that game, actually. But we'll dive into it. We'll dive into all that. Then you got the Texans. The Texans are good. The Texans are good. And we're wearing the Oilers throwbacks there. Don't you think they're going to be kind of pissed about that? I understand they belong to the Titans, and they always will, because Bud Adams, um, not because of Bud Adams, because of the other guy. Here, let me look it up. See, this is why I'm glad I have the computer, because if I want to look up information, then sure. Okay. Oh my goodness. Come on, phone. Yeah, yeah, Bud Adams. Yeah, I was right. I was right the first time. I don't know, just say Bud Adams. But yeah, this franchise belongs to Bud Adams, and eventually we moved to Tennessee. We were the Tennessee Oilers, and I believe we played in Memphis for a little bit before we moved to Nashville. But honestly, yeah. So I've got the Titans, or let me get back to the subject of the Houston game. Yeah, the Houston Oilers are going to go in there and they're going to be a little pissed about the Houston Oilers jerseys. And CJ Stroud's going to go off on the secondary. Tank Dell's going to go off on the secondary. I'm sorry. Our secondary is that bad. Um, then, then the Seahawks, the game I'm going to that game. And Geno Smith is going to throw all over the field. And then the Texans game is in Houston. Yeah, we might go 0-2 against them, and then 0-2 against the Jags, and then 1-2, and then 1-1 against the Colts. So if you're looking at it from a me perspective, I have the Titans going 0-1, 1-1 because I think we should beat the Panthers at home. We should. If we don't, then godly, yeah, then lose out. Don't even bother winning. Uh, We should beat the Colts at home. Should beat the Colts at home, so that's a 2-0. Losing to Miami, 2-1. I have us losing to Texans, so 2-2. That'd be the first home loss of the year. And then I've got us losing to the game I'm going to, the Seahawks. So we're at 1-2. So we're at 0-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 2-5, and 2-6. I have the Titans going 2-6 in their last. I have the Titans going 2-6 in their last 8. I don't know why I'm all over the place this morning, but 2-6 in the last 8 games. I have the Titans going 2-6 in the last 8 games. And some of you might think, oh well, that's not a fair shot at the Tennessee Titans, guys. This team is going 4-11. I think that's right. Or is it 6? No, it's 5-11. I have this team going 5-11. I have this team going 5-11. Now, in the last video, I made a mistake when I said 6-12. That's 18 because I'm thinking there's 18 weeks, but little do I know there's a bye. So, yeah, this team's going 5-11. There's just no way I could see this team winning more than 2 games. 2-6 for the rest of the stretch sounds about right. And to be honest with you, I think it's a fair assessment. Now, if the Titans go 5-11, we should still be at least in the top 10. But Marvin Harrison's not going to be there at that point. Hell, the left tackle that we're all talking about might not even be there at that point. I just think that with the Bears being there and the Cardinals being there, the Bears are stupid for trading their pick. Or, sorry, not the Bears. The Panthers are stupid for trading their pick to the Bears and gave them DJ Moore. Oh, God. Okay. But the way the draft positioning is right now, I'm going to look at it, but I'm pretty sure the Titans are picking. Draft position in the NFL. So the Chicago Bears are at number 1. So Carolina's pretty much losing for nothing. The Giants have the number two spot. New England's 3, Arizona's 4, 5 is Chicago, 6 is Green Bay, 7 is LA, and then the Titans are at 8, Atlanta 9, and then Washington 10. So that is your top 10. Now, if you lose, let's just say you lose your next 2 games, you'd be 3-8, and you could probably move up to like 6. And the Packers, if they win, they could move down to like 8. You might even jump the Rams for a spot as they're sitting at 3-6. That's kind of what happens when you sell your team's soul for a Super Bowl. And then, you know, I just think that you can jump a few spots, maybe a couple spots if you lose the next 2. Because I could see one of these teams between 6 and 7 winning at least another game. So you could be essentially at 5 and 6 at that point. But if you could move up to 5, that'd be great. Because then at that point you're talking about you could trade up. But honestly, who's trading up in the top 5? That's yeah. I'm sure everybody's keeping their top 5 picks at that point. Um, But that's how the draft position is right now. The Tennessee Titans are currently in the 8th spot in the NFL draft order, according to Takeathon.com. So I just think that if the Titans are 3-7 and somebody wins in that top 5, or in that top 6 at least, then the Titans can jump up to like 6 or 7. They can go up 1 in the draft. I think that is I think that's just something that's going to happen because this team sucks and because Jacksonville is that good. Or they're good. I don't know. They're pretenders. I always thought they were pretenders. Fuck the Jags. But let's talk about this game. Let's talk about this game. I wanted to get all that stuff out of the way, but let's talk about this game. More importantly, as I went off into the draft world. So Will Levis, as you can see on my screen, is getting sacked. because number 71 is blocking, and yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's so bad to the point where it's like Ryan Tannehill can't be blamed. Now, Ryan Tannehill was a problem, but it goes to show that there is a lot more wrong with this team than just the quarterback position. You can literally put CJ Stroud back there. He's going to be on his ass the whole time. But again, that goes on coaching. I mean, I know they finally put Dillard, oh God. They put Radens over there at left tackle. But it didn't work out as the dude eventually got 2 false starts to start the drive, which was embarrassing. Back-to-back false starts, yeah, there's a reason why you're better at guard. And he is better at guard. They put him at right guard. I believe they put him at right guard for this game because Brunskill was out. And he did pretty well over there. So they tried him at left tackle to see if we can answer our question, if our questions can be answered. But my thing is, if it's working in one area and you switch him over to left tackle, it might not work out. And that's the thing with Peter Skoronski. People are wanting him at left tackle, but my thing is he is a really good left guard. He is going to be a pro level left guard one day. I'm telling you, he's going to be a pro bowl level left guard. So you can't hinder the development of him by putting him in a spot he's not comfortable at. I get it, he played it in college, but this is the NFL. The dudes are stronger. The game is faster. Like, just the pace and everything is just different in the NFL, guys. This isn't college. College, the pace is a little bit slower. So Skoronski, if you put him at left tackle, he might not do good either at left tackle. You don't want to hinder the development of Peter Skoronski. He's doing well at left guard. Let him keep playing left guard. They're trying Jalen Duncan at left tackle. I believe Mike Vrabel did say he's going to look into maybe starting Jalen Duncan. But guys, he's a 6th round pick. I don't expect him to do any better than Andre Dillard. I don't. So that's that. But at least they're trying. At least it's good to know that they're trying at this point, because at this point, hell, you could take your local Walmart employee and put him at left tackle at this point. But all jokes aside, this offensive line is a problem, and you cannot win games with a bad offensive line. I know Joe Burrow did it, but here's the thing on that Joe Burrow take. That's a shitty take because Joe Burrow had a 1-2 receiver duo. We don't have a 1-2 receiver duo. We only have Hopkins, and that's it. Nick Westbrook-Akina is our wide receiver 2 right now, just like he was last year. He is our wide receiver 2 because somebody cannot stay healthy. So I'm just like, dog. I mean, what do you want Will Levis to do? Speaking of Westbrook-Akina, what are you doing? What was that? Why didn't you catch that? It's right here. It's right here. It's right in his head. Somehow goes through. That's on Westbrook. That's on NWI. I blame him for that. Will Levis threw a perfect ball to him. He just is not that good. And maybe if we had a receiver who could at least run a four something in the combine, he could get to that ball that Westbrook-Akina couldn't get to. Now I get it. Will Levis probably got pressured again, and he probably could have thrown it a little bit better, but when the pressure was there, he had to just chuck it upfield. He had to. He had no choice. We're going to get our quarterback hurt, and that's a problem that needs to be addressed via the draft or the free agency. Now, if you want my take on it, if the Titans are bad enough, take Marvin Harrison, please. Don't get a left tackle. Take Marvin Harrison. Because at least if you have a bad offensive line, at least you have a 1-2 duo. Because you might F around to get T. Higgins in the offseason. I don't know. I don't know if they would do T. Higgins because they did get Hopkins, but T. Higgins is a lot younger, and T. Higgins is a lot better at this point in his career than D-Hop is. So I would totally take T. Higgins if it is there. And if not left tackle, if not receiver, get Brock Bowers. Chigakonkwo does not belong on this team. He doesn't. He had a good first year. But this guy has dropped passes. The worst one was in the Atlanta game when he had nothing but green grass ahead of him, maybe a couple of defenders ahead of him, and dude drops it. He turns and drops it. And this is nothing new. This is nothing new. This guy has dropped passes in training camp. I want to And he was dropping passes in this game against the Bucs. He was dropping I think he dropped one again. I want to see Josh Wiley get the start at tight end. I want to see him out there. Let's see what we have in him. He's probably good. He's got a touchdown this year. He's caught passes this year. Ever since that preseason game when he dropped the pass, or fumbled the pass rather, in the Chicago preseason game, he's been playing better. He's been playing a little bit better. I want to see more. And that is my point, people. I want to see more of Josh Wiley being out there. I'm tired of Chick. I want his ass benched. Why aren't we benching him? Why is he even out there right now? You can bring him on rotations as a rotational piece, but I want to see Josh Wiley. I want to see what Rand Carthon drafted this guy for. I want to see that. At this point, you got to try something else. It's just like Andre Dillard at left tackle. You got to do something else. And I think this team has got to start Josh Wiley at tight end because Chig ain't cutting it. And he might be cut after this year, the way he's playing. So, we'll see. But yeah, when you don't have talent and you don't have an offensive line, I mean, what are you supposed to do as a quarterback? Because if CJ Stroud was back there, he'd probably be on his ass too. And then people would criticize him for not doing good when it's like, dog, I mean, I don't have anybody to throw the ball to. I don't have anybody to block for me. What do you want me to do? It's the same thing with Will Levis. People are blaming Will Levis for this shit. And it's like, come on, dude. Oh no. What is my computer doing? My froze. Okay, I think we're back. Okay. Okay, I don't know. That was weird. Uh Gotta look into that now. It's like, oh god, now we're having technical difficulties with the computer. What am I supposed to do? Oh my god. But people are blaming Will Levis for this loss, and I'm like, dude, how can you blame him for that? How can you blame him for this? He has no offensive line, and he has no weapons other than D-Hop, and D-Hop is getting pressed at the line. What do you want him to do? Kyle Phillips has been playing well these past couple of games, but I'm not going to trust him to help D-Hop. I'm not going to trust him. You see what I'm saying? Nick Westbrook-Ikhine is our second best wide receiver, and that's a problem. That is a problem. Westbrook-Ikhine is a 4 or 5. Why aren't we putting Chris Moore out there? He's catching deep passes. Why aren't we putting him out there? I understand you're gonna have two 30-year-old wide receivers out there, but it's probably better than Westbrook-Ikhine being next to D-Hop. At least Chris Moore can catch passes deep. That's what I'm saying. It's on coaching, dog. That's why I say we got to fire Mike Vrabel, dude. He's not. There's just no accountability on this team whatsoever. There's no accountability whatsoever. And dude goes up to the press conferences and just mopes and mopes and mopes. I'm tired of that shit, man. We need a new identity. If you want to attract free agents here, you're gonna have to find a new identity. Nobody's gonna come play for the Titans because we're the same team since 1950. It's just disappointing, dude. Now, of course, the Oilers franchise wasn't around in 1950, but I'm just saying, it just feels like we've been the same team since 1950. But why aren't we putting Derrick Henry and Tajay out there, man? Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we getting creative? that's why I say Tim Kelly, his concepts are nice at times. I get it. But he's just not creative. He's not. I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff that we ran last year. The only difference is Derrick Henry's not getting his touches. That's it. Why are we putting Derrick Henry and Tajay on the field at the same time? Get creative. Stop playing pussy ball and get creative. And 3 points in the red zone. I think it was the opening drive. And we were going down the field. I don't know if it was the opening drive. It was at some point in the first quarter. We were charging down the field with Will Levis, and we get 3 points out of that. Like, and I believe that was when it was. No, it wasn't. I'm about to get into that. But we can't score touchdowns in the red zone. That's on coaching. That's on coaching. You're not putting guys in the right spots to score touchdowns. You're not. Do you see Will Levis? He put up 28 on the Falcons. That was probably Tim Kelly's best call game. He played Will Levis to his strengths, and he got creative with the offensive line that game. I haven't seen that since. Tim Kelly's just playing pussy ball since then. That's on coaching. He's not putting guys in the right spots to score touchdowns. That's on coaching. That's his fault. I blame that. Now I could probably see 90% of it go on Tim Kelly, and the other 10 is execution, but that's on coaching. 9 times out of 10, exactly 90% is on coaching. And we cannot keep doing this. It's easy to beat the Titans for a reason. It's easy to beat the offensive line for a reason because of coaching. We're not making adjustments. We're not getting creative. Like, what happened to the D-Hop crossers? Why do we keep putting him on 4? Why do we keep having him go deep? It was working. Every time you put D-Hop on a crossing route, it's working. Why aren't we doing that more? Why aren't we putting Chris Moore in there over NWI? Why are we putting Josh Wiley in there over Chick? Why is Andre Dillard still even out there? This is all on coaching. To sum it up, this is all on coaching. This is all on coaching. And I believe there was a point in time in this game when the Titans could have went for it on 4th and 2. Put Derrick Henry and Tajay on the field. Get Tajay in space. Get him in space. He's good in space, dog. Rand Carthon knows what he's talking about. He drafted this guy for a reason. He drafted this guy for a reason. He is really he's fast. That's what we need is speed, right? So use it. So we're down there. I believe at the 40-yard line. It's 4th and 2 in their territory, and we don't go for that. We don't go for that. Put Derrick Henry out there. Put Tajay and Derrick Henry out there. Run a Derrick Henry Wildcat. Do something. Nick Folk misses the field goal because he's not good out there beyond 40. He's not good beyond 40. That's my point. That's why I say that should be a fireable offense, dude. Mike Vrabel is not aggressive. He's not. And then when we did get aggressive in the Colts game, why are we in shotgun formation? You couldn't even run that in Madden, so what the fuck are we doing this shit in real life? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, dog. That's why I say, man, Mike Vrabel needs to be fired, dude. I feel like he's ran his course. He picked Shane Bowen. I'm about to get into the defense, but he picked Shane Bowen over Jim Schwartz. Why didn't we bring him back? Our defense was elite in 2008 for a reason. I believe Jim Schwartz was our DC back then. Let me see here. But I'm pretty sure Jim Schwartz was our DC in 2008. Let me see. Uh, yeah, I want to say he was our defensive coordinator in 2008. Here we go. He was not our defensive coordinator in 2008. He was our defensive coordinator from 2001 to 2007. So, but our defense was still good. But you should have brought Jim Schwartz back. The defense is on the decline for a reason. Jim Schwartz knows what the fuck he's talking about. Shane Bowen must have not took what Jim Schwartz taught him because this defense has gotten worse. Jeffrey Simmons, I'm going to start with that because that is the guy we paid this offseason. Jeffrey Simmons, I'm on to you, dog. I know you have done a lot for this organization, but come on, dude. You're getting compared to Aaron Donald. If I'm Aaron Donald, I'm not even going to have lunch with Jeffrey Simmons the way he's playing this season. I'm not even going to want to have lunch with him. That's how bad Jeffrey Simmons is playing. He's not playing awful by any means, but where's the sacks? Where's the pressures? My dudes, you're getting paid. This organization paid you because they didn't want another AJ Brown incident and you go tear it up somewhere else. But you're not tearing it up right now, and I don't want to hear that shit that he needs help. He's not winning one-on-ones. That's a problem for a $90-something million defensive tackle. That's a problem. Or defensive end, whichever one he plays. That's a problem. If you're going to be in the conversation with Aaron Donald and Quincy Williams and guys like that, you need to step it up, dog. You're getting paid for this shit. And I'm sorry if I'm frozen again. Okay, there it goes again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, technical difficulties, just bear with me. But that's embarrassing for Jeffrey Simmons to just get paid that much money and not win one-on-ones. Like, what are we doing? Arden Key came here on a prove-it deal. I believe it was a prove-it deal to prove himself that, hey, Jacksonville did you dirty, dog. You could come play with us. He did great the first week. He did great. Did you see him out there? I was like, oh, shit. Arden Key is probably mad at Jacksonville, so he came out and played well that game. Crickets ever since then. Crickets. Where are you at? I forgot this guy was even on the team. That's how bad he's playing right now. No, I'm serious. I forgot Arden Key even played for the Tennessee Titans. I don't see him out there doing anything. Bud Dupree did more than he did. And Bud Dupree got paid. And he did terrible for what he got paid, but he did more than Arden Key. It's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. But Harold Landry's starting to get there, but I mean, dude, I thought this defense would be better. The defensive line is bad, or is starting to get bad. Like, what is going on? What's going on with the D line? They're on the decline. I don't know what's going on. It's not like we're playing elite offensive line here. We're not. The Pittsburgh Steelers do not have an elite offensive line. The Bucs do not have an elite offensive line. Baker Mayfield's been on his ass the whole year, so why can't we get the pass rush going? Again, that's on coaching. That is on coaching, not putting guys in the spots they need to win. If you need to rotate the whole defensive line to make it a little easier, because Harold Landry's starting to win on those one-on-ones, I'd put him on the left side if they haven't already. Make adjustments. That's the problem with this coaching staff. That's why I say Mike Vrabel needs to be fired. He cannot adjust. He doesn't make adjustments. He doesn't. He's kind of just there. And I get it, he's a good coach, but damn, dude. In today's NFL, if you cannot adjust to something that is not working, then you probably shouldn't be a head coach. I'm sorry. If you cannot adapt to what's going on, then you probably should not be a head coach. And I get it. Things are getting better. The roster is terrible. But again, you have to make adjustments. There is just no adjusting to anything on this fucking coaching staff. They don't do shit. They don't. They're kind of just there, like they're doors or something. They're just there for people to open, for people to just open and just fucking. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's bad. To sum it up, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. DBs getting cooked. Now, McCurry did have an interception. And that's another thing. This defense does not play with fucking heart, dude. They don't, because if they did, we would see turnovers. This team is not getting turnovers. And they're not making it easier on our offense, although they probably would score 3 points. But come on, dude. Come on. This team just doesn't play with any anger, any motivation whatsoever. There's just nothing there, dude. Jeffrey Simmons can hype him up pregame all he wants, but he's not getting anything out of these guys. You're not getting anything out of these guys. Arden Key has been a ghost since the New Orleans game. Harold Landry's slowly getting there. He's starting to get there a little bit, but he's doing more than Arden Key. I wonder why Jacksonville let go of him. Maybe there's a reason why they let go of him. He's not going to get to Trevor Lawrence this week. He's not. This defense can't do shit, dude. McCurry got a pick, I understand that. And this defense was missing Sean Murphy-Bunting. He was out this game. I feel like if we had him going against Mike Evans, maybe he wouldn't have gone off the way he did. But Christian Fulton does not deserve a contract. Excuse me. Oh, God. Golly, where am I at today? Christian Fulton does not deserve a contract extension this offseason. He doesn't. He does not. I know he's been playing better, but we need a shutdown corner. If, like I said, here's my favorites. One of them is probably not going to be there, obviously, but still, 1 Marvin Harrison, 2 Brock Bowers, 3 Kool-Aid McKinstry. That's my top 3. That's in my top 3 right now. That's in my top 3. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, why didn't you go left tackle? Well, the free agency is not the best, but if you can at least get someone that's better than Andre Dillard, then I'm all for it. So again, in Marvin Harrison, Brock Bowers, Kool-Aid McKinstry. It might actually be Brock Bowers might be third. But to sum it all up, they're all fucking good, so I'll take any of them. But yeah, this secondary needs help. And Byard, I don't know what it is. I guess Byard is just a piece that made that defense better. And Denico Autry's on the decline. You can tell he's not getting there. So they're letting him go this offseason for sure, just to add on to the cap space. And, it's frustrating being a Titans fan. You're stuck in the middle every year, You don't know exactly where you are as a Titans fan. As an organization, you look at the organization, you just don't know where you are. You just don't. It's just frustrating, dude. It's frustrating. And I know A.J. Brown is gone, and I know he would have made this team better. But, again, this coaching staff, dude, I don't know if they're not motivated or anything. That 2019 team was good for a reason. And people were comparing this season to that season. No, not even close. That team was way better. You put that team from 2019 or excuse me, you take this team from this year and replace it with the team from 2019. The 2019 team, our record would be better. It would be. And you put Will Levis and instead of Ryan Tannehill at quarterback, woo, with him, AJ Brown, Corey Davis, and Jonnu Smith. Okay, let's rock and roll. But ever since then, this team has not done anything. And that's a problem. So, if you want my take on it, if you want my take on this, the Titans are not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to make the playoffs. So that's why people are saying, why don't we just lose out? We're not playing for anything, and that's my point. We're not playing for anything. We're not going to a Super Bowl, and I mean, we're not going to a Super Bowl. We're not even going to make a wild card. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we just winning just to say, oh, Mike Vrabel can win games? Like, what the fuck are we doing? I thought that the point of putting Will Levis in there is to see what he can do. And I understand it's kind of hard to get an evaluation on him when Dillard's playing like shit. Even the right side was playing like shit. So now we got a right tackle problem. This team just has problems everywhere. I don't know. Chig is not doing good. Traylon's never going to be healthy. Like, what are we doing? But with that being said, I've got the Titans going 2-6 in their last 8 games. So that's that. But anyway, it's been your boy Sportacular, and I'm out. Peace, y'all. Subscribe. See y'all.